the collective energy for this week. I was first shown a door. I was in this room and I was shown this door. And so I opened the door and there was all this light. And I stepped through this door and I was bare feet in this gorgeous, huge, looked like a meadow or a field. And to the right of me, there were all these flowers, and I was smelling the flowers and admiring their beauty, and I could feel the coolness of the grass and the softness of the grass beneath my feet. And it was such a gorgeous sunny day. And the pace just seemed right, like I was enjoying every breath in this space. And I heard the word joy, and I looked over, and to my left side there was a person standing there, and I was drawn to this person's hands, and their hands looked like they were hands that had really known work, a lot of hard work, right? Hands that just knew. And I don't know any other way to express that, but that's just what I got from that. And I noticed this person kind of moving their hands in a way that was indicative of worry, like the mind racing and worrying and all these things. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this person, it's like this energy just hit them. And they start expressing this joy and this excitement, and they just start to run, and I just kind of followed them down this hill, running and flipping, and I'm like, wow, that's quite something. And I noticed there are all these other people playing, but they're grown. They're in these loose fitted clothes, just dancing and playing, and it was quite the sight. And then all of a sudden, I noticed the sky started to become a little gray, and the scene changed, and those same people all of a sudden had on, suits and ties and blouses and pencil skirts and so on, and it was back to life. Back to reality. And so I saw them on their cell phones. Everybody was on their cell phones, just paying attention to that, just so preoccupied with the to-do list and all of the things. And my attention was drawn to this one guy who was on a cell phone, and day turned to night, and most people went to sleep. And I saw him in his room sleeping, and then he woke up. It was as if he couldn't stop his mind from racing, and he was on his phone, and it was like he was checking his emails, and he was checking, his Instagram feed, TikTok, just his mind was so preoccupied. And so I said, okay. I went to go draw the card for the week, and the card that came out for the collective was the animal. And I thought it was really interesting because of the way the card looks. There's an eye in the center of the card that's blue. And then around it, it's essentially black and white. There are a whole bunch of vines and flowers. And I said, well, there are the flowers. And there's the animal to me represents the pure instinct, right? The getting out of the head and into the body. And that requires movement. That requires us to, allow ourselves to experience joy, experience play, experience movement. Unbridled, sensuality. Of course, all of these things and healthy ways of expression, whatever that means for you. But it does mean honoring that aspect of ourselves that's coming to the forefront, that is raw and real and tuned in and tapped in to the body's wisdom, to our wisdom, right? And I think it's interesting because on the 29th, we have Aries, right? It's an Aries full moon. And Aries is all about the self. It's all about that raw, real, expression of the self, the vitality, the passion, right? And I think that this archetype is coming to the surface to show us that these are some of the things that may be surfacing, right? The passion, and maybe passion looks like anger and rage. And I mean, there are so many ways that this may manifest in your reality. But the bigger thing here is to, when these things come up, in our relationships, when these things come up, this passion or, rage or lust or whatever it is, finding the ways to channel that energy into ways that are beneficial for ourselves and for the people around us. And a big part of that has to do with us moving our bodies, right? And honoring the wisdom that's there for us in this moment. Honoring the truth that wants to surface for us to acknowledge around whatever that unbridled expression comes out as. Pay attention to this week. I feel that it brings clarity. I get the sense that this is something that brings clarity and to, look for ways within your days this week where you can invite more play and, movement for you to gain whatever clarity it is that you're needing to gain for your process and your progress. And that is the message for the week. Thank you for listening. And, if you are on YouTube, please like, subscribe, let me know, what's coming up in your experience. Does this resonate? All that good stuff. And if you're on Instagram, you can share your comments as well. I really do want to know what your experience is with this archetype and what your take is. Maybe your take is a little bit different. I'd like to know what that is. So thank you again. I send you blessings. Take care.